this vintage Jamaican look that I wanted to share with you all today, I decided to start out already having applied all of my foundation, just so that the video isn't quite as long. But a quick overview of the products I used for that. I first started out with the Hard Candy Sheer in the primer. Then I applied my CoverGirl True Blend I-1 liquid foundation with a sponge. Then I applied a CoverGirl highlighter. And last but not least, I applied my Clinique loose powder in 08 transparency. So that is what I have on my face right now. But now onto the important part of all of the products I use to achieve a vintage type makeup look with wing liner and red lips, which we all love because it's still classic. So to start off, I'm first going to do my eyeshadow, which I think I'm going to do more of a very subdued kind of brown natural smoky eye. Then wing liner, bronzer, and lipstick, of course. So first for my eyeshadow, I'm just going to take some of that primer and put it back on my lids, and also so that it will last longer. Alright, and then I'm using this e.l.f. eyeshadow palette. I really love it because it has a lot of natural colors. So it has your blacks and your grays, your browns, and then it gets lighter and tans and whites. And I use this all the time. It's great, and I love it a lot for this look. So I'm going to first start off with this darker brown. I'm just going to apply that towards the bottom of my lids. So I'm just going to kind of round it out, blend it a little bit. Be careful when you're using darker eyeshadow sometimes, because one eye sometimes comes out darker than the other one. Just kind of what's happening now, so I'm just going to have to roll it all out. Okay, so after I applied my dark eyeshadow, I'm just going to go in with a highlighter right underneath my brows at the top of my eyelids. So for this, sometimes I use white and sometimes I use a light tan. So for this look, I'm going to go with a tan just so it's a little bit more natural. And I'm just going to blend it at the top. I always love to use a lighter color eyeshadow for any of my looks. Not only to highlight right under my brow, kind of just brighten your eyes overall, but also it's great to just blend all of the colors that you're using for eyeshadow, especially if you're going with 2 or 3 different ones, or even if you're just sticking with one color. It's really great to just blend it all together so that there's not quite as much of a division between your eyeshadows. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with a lighter brown to go in the middle and just blend it all together. So it's barely lighter. Just take a little bit of that and just blend the tan with the brown that's already there. And you can see it's already kind of giving this natural smoky eye, which I love, honestly. It's really great. Okay, I'm going to go in with just a light sparkly tan, blend it a little bit more, add a little bit more definition. I'm going to blend that all the way down. Alright, so there we have the eyeshadow. Pretty quick, pretty easy. Alright, so next with this, I'm going to apply a bronzer, and bronzer is actually the only color I'm going to use on my cheeks for this look, since I kind of want to go more vintage, but I also want to keep it very natural and down to earth. I'm just going to use bronzer. So I'm just going to apply that on my upper cheekbones, and then blend it down. Oh, and the bronzer I use is the e.l.f. Sun Kissed Glow bronzer. I love this. I've been using it forever. It's a great color. It lasts for a while. And then I'm also using the e.l.f. bronzing brush, which is great because it has like this diagonal and it just works so perfectly and it's really soft. So just blend all your bronzer in. We're going to do the other side. Always start towards the outside and then bring it in as less is on the brush. And then sometimes, since there's probably a little bit of bronzer still left on the brush, I like to just put a little bit of that on my nose and on my chin. And it kind of highlights it all. Gives you this really great glow. Alright, so bronzer is done. Now I'm going to go in and use a highlighter, which I've been using a lot lately, and I really like how it just brightens your overall face. Highlighters work great with bronzers. So this is the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter and Bronzer. I do love this bronze color, but I decided not to use it for this look. It's a little bit darker and more on the pink side, but the highlighter is great. So I'm just going to take that and apply it right at the top between my cheekbone and my eyes. Okay, and I also like to get a little bit of the highlighter on the very tip of the brush and do it right above my lip. Well, that sounds weird to put there, but it actually brightens and highlights your lips. And so once you put on lipstick, it's going to look really great. So, after all of that, we have eyeshadow, we have bronzer, we have highlighter. We're going to go and put on mascara. So the mascara I'm using is the Cat Eye. It's the Katy Perry makeup collab with CoverGirl. All of the products in that collaboration are really great and I love this mascara. And the great thing is that the mascara is actually called the Cat Eye Mascara because it's specifically supposed to be for cat eyes. So, pretty great. And I love the brush. It kind of has this twirling brush around and it just works really well for me. And it's pretty easy to apply. Alright, so I have my mascara on now, and I actually went ahead and did the wing liner on one of my eyes, so you can kind of see what it looks like with it and without. And now I'm going to show you how I actually do the wing liner. But first off, I use the e.l.f. liquid eyeliner. I love it. Liquid eyeliner is really easy to apply. Usually quick to apply once you kind of get down the hang of how to do wing liner. It's taken me forever to finally figure out how to do it, and honestly it comes out different every time, but it's kind of up to you on how you want it to look. If you want it to be more dramatic and thick, if you want it to just be super thin, how long you want to make the wings. So now I'm going to show you how I actually do that. So I'm going to take my liquid eyeliner and I'm going to start from the very middle of my eyelid. I don't like to start all the way in. I start in the middle and then go out so it's not so dramatic on being this black line all the way across. So with that being said, let's get started. Like I said, I start in the very middle. Just going to start there. And bring it out. So what I like to do sometimes is kind of almost start out with a rough sketch where I just bring it straight out, I start from the very edge of my eye and bring it out to meet the tip, and then you just kind of fill it in from there on. And sometimes after I apply it, I might just go in and just kind of smooth out all those lines. And then try to make sure that each side is decently even. That's the hard part. This is definitely more of a little bit of a dramatic cat eye, a little thicker, especially with the smoky eye. So if you're not up for that, just go super thin and go across and straight out. The last but not least, the most important part of this look, and the thing that really draws it all together to be very vintage and classic, is the lipstick. And we're going to go with the Rich Red Matte Lipstick from e.l.f. Once again, this entire line of lipsticks from e.l.f. are great, and this color is awesome because it kind of is this mix between pink and red. So it has these pink undertones and it's very unique. But first off, just a few tips on making your lipstick last longer is starting out with this really great base. And so I like to do that by using foundation on my lips just a little bit. Sometimes my foundation sponge still has a little bit of foundation on it. If not, I will just add a teeny tiny bit, and I'm going to apply that to my lips. So they're pretty kind of tan now, and that's really great because it kind of helps your lipstick stick to your lips a little better, and it gives it this really great base. Next, I'm going to use the Rimmel London Moisture Renew Clear Lip Liner. This is great to give your lipstick kind of this border and kind of keep it in place. Alright, so now that that is done, we get to apply the lipstick. This lipstick is really easy and great to apply because it rolls up and it has this really small tip that is just super easy and quick. So that is the lipstick for you. You can kind of tell it has this pink undertone, but I really like it because it's bright and fun, and it kind of is a little bit matte, and it actually does last for a really long time. I have this in 3 different colors and it's great. Alright, so this is the finished look. I went ahead and did my hair in kind of a 1950s mini bouffant and kind of the Zoe Deschanel vibe, which I'm totally into right now with my hairstyle and with this makeup look, which is great. So here you have it with your kind of simple, natural brown smoky eye, your winged liner, and your red lips. So this is definitely one of my go-to vintage makeup styles. So I hope you give it a try. Let me know what you think, and maybe put your own spin on it. But I'm so glad y'all stopped by to watch this video. See you next time.